Good morning. Good morning, soul family. How are you? Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for tuning in, for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, those comments. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I appreciate everyone. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear the energy and let's see what the message is that Spirit has for us. If that is not spin the block energy, I don't know what spin the block energy is. Bottom of the deck, that death will come. Someone previously cast you aside. They didn't care. They didn't care what happened. Make it. I don't care. Don't make it. It's not my problem. I got my own problems. I just used you for what I needed to use you for. Got from you whatever I needed to get from you. Did whatever I needed to do. And I'm done. I'm done. The rest is all on you. They didn't care. Burnt by the sun. But now they care. Now they care. Because they find out that they were the ones that ended up getting burnt by the sun. Not, they find out that they're the ones that end up learning the lesson. They're the ones that have to reach. They're the ones that have to grow. They're the ones that have to extend who they are. They are now enlightened to that. Something about what they did before, it was like they thought that, once they did it, they're gone and it's done, it's over with. Nobody knows, nobody sees nothing. But they forgot somebody always sees. So now they're having this internal struggle. The monster within, they're looking at, they're questioning themselves. Why? Why? These things that they know that they are their personal challenges that they now are looking at and feeling that they need to change. But somehow they're going to come to you for compassion. They're going to come to you for sympathy. They're going to come to you for that shoulder to cry on. That listening ear. Whereas before they weren't thinking about giving you a listening ear or allowing you to cry on their shoulder. But it's different now. It's totally different now. Because it's them. It's no longer you. It's them feeling it. Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Yep. Somebody is having a little bit of faith. They choose to have faith that you are going to extend to them the courtesy they never extended to you. That you're going to help them in their time of need that they never did to help you. I mean, because this person stood behind some type of excuse that, well, I would, except for I have this obligation, or I'm committed to this, or I got this, or I made this promise, or something else. They just wanted to be like an energy vampire. They just wanted to get what you have and to go on. And to make an excuse as to why they could not give back to you. Because now somebody, they want some compassion. They want you to help them out. Something about their family. And maybe somebody within that family being very jealous. Very jealous. Because that person knows that who you are, what you represent, and the person that everyone sees is someone that's natural, someone that is of nobility, and most importantly, someone that provides hope. So now somebody wants your compassion. They want your hope. They want what you give, that natural healing, that authentic advice, that real, that organic side of you. They know that you have high standards and that you're very honorable and that you like to see things in the best light. Someone is just hoping and they are wishing that you have some compassion on them. Look for some type of communication to come in. This is somebody who's going to act like, hey, I'm so happy to talk to you. I've missed you. I've just been so busy. That's why I haven't been able to reach out to you. Someone that's going to have a reason why they ghosted you. A reason why there was going to be a long period in which they spoke with you. Confirmation. But what this person didn't see is that this little excuse, this little movement, this little thing they were going to do, they didn't realize that you're an earth angel. That you were just going to wish them well, whatever it is that they wanted to do. And you were not going to try and hold them back. If that is their wish fulfillment, go for it. Go for what you know. Because someone is saying that that other person didn't put up a fight. They just said goodbye. And now this person, they're confused and they're wondering, wait a minute, wait a minute. I feel like I have to put up a fight to show them why they should have put up a fight. I have to show them why they should have fought for me, for my attention, for my affection. I needed to show them why I was worthy enough to be fought over. See, when someone said goodbye, someone else's ego and their pride got in the way. Got in the way. And it was their ego and their pride that got in the way. And that made them start acting differently. Different. Funnily funny. Oddly odd. Because they weren't their normal, natural self. So somebody started looking at somebody else. Confirmation. They started looking at somebody else, their actions, and they started seeing things, noticing. It's like this person, they just weren't themselves any longer. They just felt different. They felt changed. Something in their world, it wasn't the same anymore. Something in the world was different. Like I said, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. They're looking at this Wheel of Fortune, they're thinking about something from the past, and they feel like they've gone through a change. It's not something that they can put their finger on, but they feel like it's something that they can't get away from. It's something that makes them want to go back. What's the message? What's the rest of the message? Yeah, it's something that like they just didn't really take the time to really look at, didn't really take the time to build or anything. They just kind of thought that this is just going to be nothing. This is nothing. It's not going to build. It's not going to grow to nothing. You know, I'm just going to go on. Just keep it to myself and go on with the rest of my life. And they expected to, but like I said, something was different. They just they realized that that happiness that they used to feel, that importance that they used to feel, the all of that, they don't feel that anymore. That that Hercules feeling that they used to feel, like they were on top of the world, like they just made everything and everyone's dreams come true and everything else. They don't feel that anymore. Now they actually they feel shallow. They feel shallow. They feel like a crumb on the inside. Yeah. They're noticing it. They're thinking about something that they did without, you know, this person I think is, I feel is wanting to apologize for something that's keeping them up at night. That's affecting their home life. They definitely want to apologize. They definitely want to call. They want to have a conversation, possibly with this high priestess about this some action that they took, something that they did without thinking. Because, like I said, it's affected their home life. They feel like they can't heal. They feel like they can't go on. They feel like they can't get past this. This is not the ordinary. This is not the regular. This is not how the way it always worked. This time, it's like they did themselves in. And that's the truth. Like this time, they stabbed themselves in the back. And that's the truth. They usually play this game and it usually works. But something about this time that they played this game is different. Uh-oh. This time that they played this game, they caught feelings. Somebody caught feelings. Let's pull some from the stack. Their crown chakra is clearly activated because this fell right on that Ace of Swords. What they thought no one saw, God saw. God saw. God sees everything. Especially especially whenever you're doing something with one of his chosen earth angels. Somebody needs to get their healing steps in. They need to go ahead and do what they got to do. This person, they admire you. And God showed you who they are. But they admire you. What's the message? Right now, they feel isolated. After you walked away, after you separated yourself, after you cut the cord, after you had that release ritual, they felt that. They felt that in their spirit and in their soul. And no matter how many people they're around, they feel isolated. It's like they listen to the advice of somebody else, somebody who did not mean them any good. But you always knew who you were and what you have. It's something about you, it's divine magic. Something about you, after you've mixed and mingled with someone, interacted with someone, had a conversation, had some type of interaction, they know you're different. They know you are completely heavenly, spiritually, angelically different. Someone's going to come to you with some type of fake apology. They want your forgiveness. They want your compassion. They want your help. Because now they see that the whole time you was the prize. They thought that they were the prize, that they had whatever they had. Somebody had some type of trickster energy. But that whole trickster energy, once again, they did something and they thought that it was just going to be the normal. But whatever they did, it's got a stronghold on their mind. And right now, they're real scared. They are real scared. Something about this divine feminine. Something about her. They can't get their mind off of her. And see, they were gonna do one over on you, not knowing that they did it over on themselves. See, it was good enough for you, but now they're feeling the repercussions of their actions because it is something that is come back on them. Because you see the fake in others. That's what they didn't understand. You, you see the fake in others. God was like, okay, I see what y'all doing. I see what you doing. I see what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking because I knew what you was going to think before you even thought it, before you was even born. But I know that you with my divine feminine because, see, I see all of this. I'm going to let you do it, but I'm not going to let you forget it. Somebody needs to remember they write their own book of life. It's time to transform for the better. Something about somebody needs to start thinking about their divinity, their life, and their spiritual purpose. Not just what they want to do, but what they need to be here doing. Something about someone's fourth house, their ancestors, their tradition, their home, family. They need to apologize. Because they didn't know that you always cleanse your energy of what is no longer serving you. You're not afraid to let it go. Confirmation if you can hear my stomach. Now that, stop it, stomach. Stop it. And don't argue with me. Now that someone has tried to just cast you aside, not think about anything else, the trust is gone and they fuck themselves because now they need you. They need you and someone took their energy back. They was wrong. They was worried about the wrong thing. They worrying about some cubic zirconia shit, leaving the diamonds out. You know what I'm saying? But they admire you. They admire you because you're not afraid to show people how ruthless you can be without lifting a finger, without raising your voice, just by separating yourself. You understand your energy. This person had no idea who you were. You are of the highest white light on a whole new level. And they see that you left the madhouse a long ass time ago. And it was none of their negative plans that was meant to work. What's the message? They didn't realize that you can remember everything. 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 Each and every time that they tried to do some snake action, you remember all of that. They may have been trying to spy on you on the internet. Maybe your phone. But they didn't realize that who you're related to, who's in your bloodline. The two worst bitches in the block. Karma and Pandora with her box. Don't get me started with them. And one thing that they don't like no hoe. And they see that you was trying to be the biggest hoe. However, you was trying to hoe around. But the one thing that someone is realizing that until you are authentic, you are not ever going to notice it in others. You're going to think that someone else is fake, just like you. Telling you, it was a hoe. You a hoe. You know you a hoe. You rock 3 different freaks after every show. You a hoe. You know you a hoe. How do you know? 'Cause I told you so. Someone was a hoe. They don't want to be no hoe no more. They say no more hoe for more. No more hoe. This you cannot make up. They had a sex addiction. Someone had a sex addiction. And you had to let them know that the key to their happiness is actually inside of them. And they can only control what's inside of them. They can't control what's on the outside. Someone is having some issues because of their mother, something that they've repressed, something that they need to deal with, talk about, to work out. Never let them see you sweat. This was someone who was trying to make you feel a certain way. They were trying to look and do something and trying to see how you're going to react. They're trying to see that it's like something came back to bite them, and they're not sure where it came from, or who did it, and so they're looking at you to see, are you acting different? Are you acting out of sorts? Are you acting a little crazy? Because somebody else can see that they acted a little crazy. Judgment Day, baby. All of this, everything that you've done, everything that you've given so easily, taken without thought, it's all in God's hands. So I want to say you don't have to worry, right? Because it's in God's hands. And God is a true and just and fair God, right? So you're good, ain't you? Maybe about something about the third house, communication, relatives, creativity, Mercury, siblings, Gemini. Something about the third house. 555. Change. Someone is traveling, or at least they're anticipating traveling. But they're anticipating doing something, but you have to be careful. Because this is a scammer is about. Somebody needs to go plant some seeds elsewhere. Someone hates you because they ain't you. They didn't know. They thought the bully got bullied. That's what happened. The bully went up and picked on the little nerdy kid with the glasses. Carried all them books, real skinny and scrawny, and went up and pushed the little kid. And the kid dropped them books, took them glasses off, stuck them in the back pocket because he didn't want his mama yelling at him later. She came home with some broken glasses and knocked that motherfucking bully out. You can't make this up. Their own spell took them out. You cannot make this up. The bully got bullied. Now they seeing life is not an abundance of personal items. That can be easy come, easy go. Here today, gone tomorrow. Someone is getting ready to do something. It's not what they want to do. They don't want to do this shit at all. But they feel like they gotta do this. They feel obligated, like if I don't do this, I ain't gonna get this monkey off my back. Because they tried to cast a spell on you, but their own spell came back on them. They feeling this. Two of these and one of these. They feeling that. They said, wait a minute, it used to be like this, but now it kind of feel like I'm all alone. Anything else, Spirit, from this little portion of this? And that's a confirmation. That's a double confirmation. Somebody fit because they was afraid of what people was going to think. They was afraid of what people was going to think. They didn't realize that somebody had some invisible protection here. And with wisdom comes wealth. Yep. With wisdom comes wealth. That was scamming. That was scamming. Telling you. they should have chose their battles a little more wisely, because you was coming to them with pure intentions, an open heart, open arms. You was coming to them with pure intentions. And yes, maybe you didn't see the red flags, or they didn't see their own red flags trying to deal with you. There was something hidden about them that maybe you didn't see, or maybe you didn't look closely at. You know, but something about this person's 11th house, their social network, their prosperity, their being able to fulfill their dreams, something about their 11th house may be changing. We have Father in reverse. Maybe somebody is maybe they're not a good father. You know, something about flying monkeys in reverse. So maybe people are no longer following this person, and they're walking away with their tail between their legs, because they thought that they could compete with you. They thought they could overtake you. No, don't compete where you don't compare. You better check yourself before you try and check somebody else out. Once again, they didn't think about everything. This was a bad man stunt that went wrong. They tried to deceive the wrong one. My ear is ringing. They tried to deceive the wrong one. The Empress. Something about the trust. Something about the trust. But trust and believe. They went through an ego death. They was trying to entice you because it's like they wanted some of your, whether it's youthful energy or your abundance or your creativity or your intellect or whatever it was that you possess inside that they cannot have. They wanted that. They were trying to entice you to give it to them. But they had a failed karmic exchange. They wanted to give you their karma so that they could have your good karma. Something happened around the Mercury retrograde. After the Mercury retrograde, something about the Mercury retrograde in this person's life changed this person's life. It's like it reset everything. I can't make this up. They was put in their place. That Mercury retrograde reset everything to put them in their place. This person thought they was getting a little bit too big or spiritual. Like this person, they just feel like they just all this and all that. They can just come and go. They can do this. They can do whatever. They don't have to worry about whatever. They do now. They do now. Whenever they think they're going to try and take something, the answer's going to be no. Yeah. No more pleasure, no more romance. No. Because these came out together. Someone is going to, and you need to stay in your highest self. You need to stay in your highest self. This person is going to spiritual jail because they wanted an ending for you, but they didn't realize they couldn't because you were already healed. You know, you were already healed. And guys pulling up in the El Camino right now. You know, God pulling up in the El Camino and telling you, hey, he got a package for you in the back seat. He wants you to take your shit back. And don't try and put that on nobody else. Somebody's about to go into hermit mode. They got a lot of thinking that they need to do. Someone's going to be in hermit mode because somebody else is going to give them a hard pass. I'm good on you. Thank you, but no thank you. Tell your mama I said hello. Yep, I'm telling you, they was trying to steal your gift. What you got inside of you? How you going to steal that? You can't steal that, fool. That's inside somebody. But they ended up playing everyone in the end, except for you, because you've been released from their games, from their toxicity. And that's the end of the story. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so very much. And subscribe.